or a 90-second countdown in the future instead of 5.
Shit, 5 fucking minutes.
It's the BP Show, it's the BP Show, it's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
Happy Sunday. It's a series finale between the Rome Braves and the Hudson Valley Renegades. Game 6 of this 6-game set. It's the BP Show. He's Joe Vasile. I'm Thomas Zinzarella. Renegades fell yesterday by a final score of 1-0, in which they started off the ball game no hitting the Rome Braves the first 6 2/3 innings. Let's not waste any time. Let's go right into those highlights from yesterday's contest, in which The Renegades saw a familiar face in Matt Sauer on his minor league rehab get the ball yesterday, Joe.
And Sauer went 46 pitches for the Renegades in his first rehab appearance in Hudson Valley after a couple down in the FCL. Struck out the side in the top of the first inning, got two more in the second. 5 strikeouts across 2+ innings for Sauer. No hits allowed, no runs. Did walk 3 batters, but able to work around that traffic on the bases. And all in all, pretty good start for Sauer. You liked a lot of what you saw in control with all 4 pitches last night.
I did see a couple swings and misses there. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Anthony Garcia, Renegades finished with 3 hits yesterday. This was one of them. A sharp line drive single out on the right center, advances on an error by Brandon Parker out in right field. So Garcia, leadoff base knock. You thought the Renegades were going to get cooking after that. And then right-hander Tyler Owens really bared down. Gets a couple nice defensive stops there on the infield as well. That'll help them out as well to get Garcia towards third base. But still, again, credit Owens. Few big strikeouts after that.
Yeah, Denny Sanchez called out on the swing there. It was a close one.
Yeah.
Not quite sure he went. He was pretty sure that he didn't go. And that ended that threat. That was a huge call at that point in the game, and frankly, didn't look like Sanchez went.
After Sauer, it was Ryan Anderson who went the next 3 innings, and he retired all 9 that he would go on to face. At one point, between Anderson and Jack Neal, they retired 14 Braves in a row. And again, they were no-hitting the Rome Braves the first 6 2/3 innings. So getting into the 7th inning, it was a Geraldo Quintero little bloop double down the left field line. Drop third strike after chasing in the dirt. They try to bunt him over, ends up taking second base nonetheless. So the Braves started to find something in that 8th inning, and which a few batters later would lead to that first run. First fly ball out towards center field. Spencer Jones over to his left, makes the catch, advances the runner to third base. And then again, Nick Pichark, who came in after Neely initially after the first batter of the inning. Ball in the dirt gets away, so wild pitch faces Rome ahead 1-0 in that 8th inning.
Yeah, Rome scored a run without a hit in the 8th inning. In fact, without anyone reaching base safely after that strikeout wild pitch, ended up giving them a base runner.
And Raleigh Munoz, who came on after Owens, went the final 5 innings, retired 9 of the last 10. It was just a Spencer Jones single in the 8th inning. There is a good piece of wood there by Spencer Henson, but right at the left fielder. And so the Renegades' 3-game winning streak is snapped at 3. 3-game winning streak is obviously snapped at 3. But a 1-0 Rome victory, as Rome today a chance for them to win and a series split as well. But again, Sauer making his first minor league rehab with Hudson Valley. Joe mentioned was with the FCL Yankees before that, but the tag team duo of Owens and Munoz got the job done yesterday.
It's hard to win when you don't score runs in the game of baseball, and that was something the Renegades found out last night.
Indeed. And taking a look at the standings now, Hudson Valley came in with a 2-game advantage into yesterday with a 2-game advantage on the Greensboro Grasshoppers. First place in the South Atlantic League North. Greensboro got some help. The friends from the South again in the Greenville Drive, who defeat the Grasshoppers, and so with that win, Greenville somersaults into first place in the South Division, and the magic number is down to 3 for Hudson Valley.
That means the earliest the Renegades are able to clinch is Tuesday. It's a combination of 3 Renegades wins or 3 losses by the Greensboro Grasshoppers over the final 4 games of the first half of the season.
The Exciting can clinch on the road down in Brooklyn, where they will play starting on Tuesday after an off day tomorrow, just as usually minor league does have off on Mondays. Today, looking at the pitching matchup between both sides, good to see the right-hander Drew Thorpe against the right-hander Hunter Reagans, and Thorpe has just been on some type of, just as the whole starting rotation has, but really nice stretch right now.
Yeah, I mean, Thorpe has struck out 12 his last time out last Sunday against Jersey Shore. 7 in 8 one-hit innings the time before that. 15 innings over his last 2 starts.
Yeah.
Hasn't allowed a run, just 6 hits and 19 strikeouts for Thorpe. He has just been on another level these last couple times out for Hudson Valley. And 5-1, 2.91 ERA. Not sure what's going on there, but
Yeah.
he's been great.
Leads the team with wins right now. And did a little more math on the 18 1/3 inning scoreless streak for Drew Thorpe that he is on. He mentioned his last 2 starts with 15. There is 5-1 record for Thorpe. That 2.91 earned run average, and season high 12 strikeouts his last start. Did have 10 strikeouts in 4 2/3 against Rome. Reagan's someone who was signed as a free agent out of Southern Miss by the Atlanta Braves, so he's in their system. And obviously, if he gets to Double-A, he'll be right back in his own backyard, then playing in Double-A Mississippi, play just around the Jackson area. Take a look at the lineups now for both sides and what Thorpe and Riggins will face today. Let's start with the visitors and the Rome Braves. Again, a win today, and they're trying to even the series at 3 apiece. Kilpatrick still at the top of the order with Nacho Alvarez. No Drake Baldwin today, so that's one of just the few changes. Otherwise, everyone basically slides up one, and Stevens is inserted into the lineup. And Paolini also, we mentioned him a few times as well, someone who's been usually alternating with Brandon Parker, but they're both in the lineup today as well.
Yep.
Moving on to Hudson Valley, take a look at their starting lineup. And of course, if you're sticking around for the Renegades Pick'em contest, this is something to note as well. We'll get to that obviously later in the show. But Spencer Jones back of the starting lineup. Again, the Renegades had just 3 hits yesterday. It was Marcos Cabrera, Anthony Garcia, and Spencer Jones. So those are the 3 players that had the hits yesterday. Ben Cow's off the yesterday. He's back playing third base today. Someone who's a Mr. Do-It-All infielder, can play second, short, and third. That versatility moves Tori Alba over to second base, who we've seen at third base in this series as well. Well, what's going on at the ballpark today? Well, it is Family Sunday Fun Day presented by Mosquito Joe. We got a lot of bugs right now around us. I don't know if it's you or me. Might have to ask Mosquito Joe how to get rid of some of these gnats. I know we've had some of them up in the booth as well. But what does it mean for you guys at home? Well, bring your dog to the ballpark. Kids run the bases. Of course, it's Father's Day as well. Always a special day at the ballpark.
30% less explicit material than a normal game. So that's why it's Family Sunday.
Exactly.
That's the Vasile guarantee.
The Vasile guarantee, Vasile of approval as well. It's also Kids Eat Free presented by Hannaford. The first 250 kids 12 and under through the gates receive a free voucher for a hot dog, chips, and a soft drink. Man, I wish I had that at my baseball games growing up. I'd be lining up a couple hours before then getting that free food. I don't know about
Sure,
you.
your parents probably wish it too.
Yeah, parents too. Yeah, free. I think when I become a parent, but yeah, we're going to get there right when the gates open. You'll be one of those first free kids in there. But big shout out to Hannaford as well for sponsoring that.
Everyone's favorite grocery store on this show. Your favorite, my
It
favorite.
is.
And I even worked for one of their competitors during the pandemic,
Wow.
and they're still my favorite.
Wow, indeed.
Probably
yeah.
because I worked for one of their competitors
So I
during
said
the
Hannaford's
pandemic.
better. No, we can get Hannaford's up in Massachusetts, so in the off season, go back up there and can still shop at Hannaford, support the brand as well. Did mention it was Father's Day, and so Joe, I got a little trivia for you.
Oh.
Naming some father-son duo in major leaguers. There have been a lot, obviously, being passed down.
Only one mother, son.
Only one mother-son. So, first one for you. This father-son duo played on the same team together on the West Coast in 1990 and 1991. Any guess who they are?
It's Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr.
Indeed, it is.
The Kens Griffey.
The Kens Griffey, both really good ball players. I think Griffey's in the Hall of Fame. Junior, I should say.
Yeah.
But really, his dad was a terrific ball player. So sometimes you see that where the dad's like, okay, he's a okay player. We'll get some of those here as well, and sometimes the other way around. Such as our next question.
Okay.
The father's a Hall of Fame infielder. The son right now is an infielder for the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, could be getting
Hall of
mixed
Fame
up here.
infielder. Okay,
Yeah.
it's Craig and Kevin Biggio.
Boom, got it. Exactly. Because, obviously you have the Bichette, so that's where you got to be careful there.
Well,
obviously,
Dante Bichette is definitely not a Hall
not
of
a Hall
Famer.
of Famer.
Nor was
Bo-
he an infielder.
Yeah, exactly. Bo, though, is obviously having a great start to his young
that
career
is
as
a
well.
young Craig Biggio
Yeah,
picture.
indeed.
My
So
goodness.
I love going to Baseball Reference, too. You can scroll over and you can see all the different, headshots they have from different
that is-
teams, their ages. And
That is baby Biggio.
That is, indeed.
He might be younger than Cavan is in his headshot.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin, I think he's like 27 now, 26, somewhere up in the late 20s. Okay, next one. This father pitched 24 years in the major leagues and won 7 Cy Youngs. His son is currently with the Philadelphia Phillies.
That's not what that says.
Oh. Well,
That also is not what that says.
let's do that one.
Let's do this one.
one.
I know this one.
Yeah.
It's Cecil and Prince Fielding.
Yeah, there it is. You know, they hit the same amount of home runs. How crazy is that?
319.
Yeah, that is wild. Obviously, Prince had his career short because of the neck injuries with the Texas Rangers.
Oh,
There's that one. What do you got?
I feel like 7 Cy Youngs
I feel like you
would
would
have
have known that one. Yeah, he's former Yankee as well.
For Roger and Kobe Clemens.
Yeah.
Also, we're a Yankees affiliate. We got a picture of Clemens with a Red Sox hat.
Hey, that's
right.
young Roger back in the day. I mean, Roger pitched for basically every AL East team besides the Orioles.
Didn't pitch for the Rays.
Did not pitch for the Rays. Forgot about them.
Yeah, that's
Take that
2 years
back.
in Toronto.
It's 3 though. Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees. 3 of the 5.
Anywho,
Still more than your average Joe. Okay, moving on to the next one. So far, off to a good start for Joe Basile. I figured, I didn't want to stump you too much, but might be a few stumpers in here as well. Family affair that includes the current New York Yankees manager. Can you name them all?
do I have to name all 3 generations?
If you can, yeah.
Okay.
Start off with what you know.
So the youngest generation, there's actually 4 generations of Boones that
Indeed,
are
it does
professional
go.
ball players. There's Jake, who is currently a minor leaguer, I believe, right now, who is Brett Boone's son. Brett is Aaron Boone's brother, Yankees
that's
manager.
2 of them.
They are both the son of Bob Boone,
Yes, that's
longtime
it.
third baseman in the 70s and 80s. And Bob Boone is the son of Ray Boone, who was a catcher back in the 1950s.
See, I don't want to put Ray in there in case that you didn't know. You'd be like, oh, how would I know that one? But yeah, you got all 3 that I had you had to have. So Joe got the extra credit there.
got
the extra
4
point.
generations of
4
Boone.
generations. Maybe baseball players. There is well. There's Aaron. There he is as well.
All right.
All righty. Next one. Let's see what we got. 3-time Gold Glove outfielder, played 17 years in the major leagues, one of 2 of the 3 in Seattle. I can tell you his son is in AAA right now, but has played in the last 3 years.
I know
You
who it is. This is Mike Cameron and Daz Cameron.
Daz Cameron, yes sir, indeed. That was one of those, like, you probably know who Mike Cameron is. Didn't know if you know the son. Obviously, he's in AAA, and you were in Scranton, back in 2021.
He was a big prospect coming up with Detroit a couple years ago.
Indeed. So, well, there's Mike Cameron, the Florida Marlins hat. Bring that logo back. That's all I'm saying. This Puerto Rican catcher's 2 sons are also catchers, one of which is in the Hall of Fame.
Puerto Rican catcher's 2 sons are also catchers.
I'll give you the first letter character. There's a junior in there as well. Begins with an S.
Well, then this question is wrong if it's who I think it is.
Say who you think it is.
Is it Sandy Alomar Sr., Jr., and Roberto?
That is.
Yeah, Roberto was the second baseman.
Okay. Well, I was
Other
saying.
than that,
Well, I was
it's
saying.
right.
I was going off the first one, the
Yeah.
initial one. So
Yeah, Sandy Jr.
I
was
was
the
then you
catcher.
fill in after that.
Yeah.
Not that every player was a catcher, but yes.
Well,
there
it says the 2 sons were also catchers.
Okay. True. Okay. We'll take it up with the stats
Trick
department.
question. I still got it right.
Trick question. Yeah, exactly.
Roberto's a terrible person.
All right, next one. This Cincinnati Reds manager grew up in Cincinnati as well. His current manager, if you know
Cincinnati.
your managers. And
Buddy Bell and David Bell.
indeed, it is. David Bell. Reds are surging as of late. Obviously, all the young prospects. Joey Votto, they put on social media him driving a bus because he's got all the kids, all the young players as well. But yes, David Bell. All righty. What we got? We got 2 left?
2
3
left. All right.
2 or 3.
When are the stumpers? Here we go. This former Yankees second baseman had a more storied career than his father?
Yes, he recently had a stint with the Mets as well recently. I think
So
you know who it is.
Robinson Cano and
Yes.
Jose Cano, his father.
Yes, I believe Jose, I think, played in a handful of games.
In the 80s, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think he played
He's
in-
more of a minor league guy.
Yeah, he was. So that's why Robinson as well. More
All right.
storied career than his father. Okay. I think I have one more thing because we
One
already
more?
got the fielders. Yeah, that was
That's
Prince.
Prince and Cecil.
Got that one. This one, I feel like you probably know this one as well. Father was an all-star reliever for the 04 Yankees. His two sons play in the majors right now. This is also a reliever who has pitched for the Yankees and the Red Sox as well. Pitched a few other organizations. Very good reliever, though.
All-star reliever, 04 Yankees, and two sons in the majors.
Yes.
'Cause I know-
One son's probably more prominent than the other.
Because I know Paul Quantrill's son, Cal, is in the bigs. I don't know if there's a second Quantrill son in the majors, and Paul definitely was on the 04 Yankees as a reliever. And Cal has never pitched for the Yankees or the Red Sox.
I'll hand it to you.
Scott Proctor doesn't have any kids pitching right now. I'm going through it.
Okay,
Go through it in my mind.
I got you.
Go through the 2004 Yankees bullpen. It's
Off the
not
top of Joe Vasile's head.
not quite as fresh in the memory. I don't think Felix Heredia's got any kids who are playing. I know Mariano doesn't.
Yeah.
Ramiro Mendoza doesn't. Jeff Nelson doesn't. I don't even know if Jeff Nelson was in the bullpen in 04.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
It is Tom Gordon.
Right.
So obviously you know his two sons. You know the two sons then?
Nick and D.
Yep. Obviously D is played a while now in the big leagues. His son Nick is with the Minnesota Twins, I believe, right now. But he's obviously D is the Dodgers, the Marlins. He always had the big home run after Jose Fernandez's passing, and which D is more of a speedster out of the base pass, and he's a pretty darn good one as well. Pretty good ball player.
Forgot Tom Gordon's
good old Tom.
stint with the Yankees.
Indeed, yeah. Like I said, he's played for a couple teams through the years. But
He's got a Stephen King novel named after him for crying out loud.
pretty good reliever, though, as well. So that was for Father's Day. Father-son duo in the major leagues as well. Let's take a look at the Renegades Pick'em contest and see where Joe and I currently sit in the standings-wise. For those of you who don't know how to play the Renegades Pick'em contest, all you got to do is log on to Facebook, YouTube, and pick 3 position players for the Renegades. Have to have a higher score than both Joe and myself. Only one can win, which I forgot again for the second time. We had another third day in a row now. We have had a hat draw. We've had to have a hat draw, and I forgot to make such a short time.
I don't have a hat.
I don't have a hat. I don't have paper. Don't have a pen.
Don't even have a coin where we can just go heads is one, tails is the other.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of those things.
You know what? I'll open
go
up
like
on my
a generator.
phone.
Yeah, like a generator.
I'll just do a coin flip simulator.
Coin flip. Yeah. So
it sounds like one of the first iPhone apps. When it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you hold it up and it's like you're drinking a beer.
But that's how my buddies and
apps.
we do that for fantasy football. We just do a random generator. So
Coin
just
flip
does it.
Simulator.
But it was
Okay,
there wasn't
so who are these people?
there weren't many hits yesterday. So between you and me, we tied 3-3, which already won the series. But there are the Kyle Young and Tom Rensburg, each with 6 points because they had 2 of the 3 players that got the hits yesterday. Spencer Jones.
How many did we have?
Yeah, I
had Anthony
Garcia. So that's who they had. I believe they had Garcia and Jones. So you had Garcia, I had Jones. So
Gotcha.
we split even right down the middle,
All
at
right.
3 apiece.
So, all right. So here's how we're going to work this. We can get off this. I'll show you how we do. We're going to go. Kyle's going to be heads. Tom will be tails. Tom, I apologize. I'm rooting for Kyle because you've already won once this week.
Tails
so
never fails.
I want to spread the love. So Kyle's going to be heads. Tom is tails. Here we have this. We're going to do this right on the air. This is going to look terrible because of the sun and filming a screen. We're going to flip.
Screen on screen.
Here it is. Here it is. What do we got? Still going, and it is tails. Congratulations to Tom Remsberger.
Tom Rensburg
for the second time this week.
That's the first time in BP show history.
Winning
2 free
a
tickets.
tie.
Winning a tie. But
Winning a
that's
tie.
about 3 ties in a row. We're gonna have to start keeping like a record tally like we do for the Renegades. So it's like, first time in BP show history we've had a winner twice in the same week, but also 3 ties in a row. So big shout out to everybody for playing at home. Again, if you want to play, just comment in the Facebook section.
sorry, Kyle.
You saw the starting lineups before. Got to be Joe and myself, so you know who we have. And we'll keep you updated on, not this week because we'll be on the road in Brooklyn, but the following week when they're back home. They don't play on Tuesday, though. They play on Wednesday. So
right. Double day
keep out
off.
for that. And if you do win today, we will still reach out to you on Facebook. So you'll know ahead of time and in advance, but we'll give you a nice shout out like we always do on that following Wednesday. It seems so far away from them as well. But again, if you're thinking about coming out to the ballpark today, plenty of going on Father's Day. Bring your dad out to the ballpark or whoever, relatives and family. It's Family Sunday Funday presented by Mosquito Joe.
I'll also say this, for anyone who hasn't bought tickets yet, that's looking at it like, oh, the weather's beautiful, the Renegades are at home, blah, 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 blah. We are expecting a capacity crowd here at Heritage Financial Park today, to the point where we are selling tickets in the right field Riviera, which is normally a space reserved for just groups. We're selling some tabletop seats.
Wow.
Today only $15. Right down there, you can go to hvrenegades.com, big banner, right up at the top of the website, and click and you could buy that. Limited number of those available. Other than that, it's GA only, general admission.
Wow.
The seating bowl is sold out. It's going to be a big crowd here today. Should be a really fun atmosphere, but just wanted to let everyone know about that. If you're thinking about coming out to the game, to make sure
Go now.
yeah, exactly. Get those tickets now while they're still there. Otherwise,
Get to the
you can
park
obviously
early.
get general admission tickets for today's game as well. I believe there's a post-game catch I've heard rumors of. I don't know if that's a special package or not.
I think it's a special package. I don't know if they've capped it or not. So.
But if that would be a cool experience too, if that's something that still has some availability. I don't know if it does or not, but could be a cool little thing, and nice little Father's Day over at the ballpark.
Exactly.
And that's all I got to say about that.
If you have kids, again, Hannaford, big thanks to them. First 250 kids get a free meal. So definitely with the crowd, the free Hannaford. I think you want to be here right when gates open, which should be about half hour or so. So
and if you're a season ticket holder, the gates open in 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes, exactly. Good point as well, Joe. So yeah, if you live half hour away, maybe get the kids in the car. Come and get the free food presented by Hannaford to the first 250 kids as well. But Drew Thorpe's on the mound too, so that's fun to watch as well. One of the Yankees' top pitching prospects, and he has been on a roll. It's the Braves, it's the Renegades. First pitch at 2:05. That's the BP show for today. He's Joe Facile. I'm Thomas Inzarella. We'll be in Brooklyn next week. We'll keep you updated on some hot dogs from Coney Island we get from Nathan's. But we'll see you back in 2 weeks.
It's the BP show. It's the BP show. It's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.